Hello and welcome to NYCryptoTalk. Today's project review is on the U Network, a decentralized protocol for publishing and valuing online content. So think of this as a protocol network similar to the likes of Steemit, Reddit, and other platforms where content creation is created and where there's a reward system. So U Network is looking to be able to enhance what is already existing right now and where they see a lot of flaws in the content creation and the evaluation of the content on the platforms to be able to make it a leveled platform when it comes to users. So I'm going to be going through their website, the Medium pages with their updates on the platform, talk about the existing team. I'm going to hit on some of the highlights in their white paper, talk about their tech and what I think about the project. Online content is broken. From their perspective, they think it is unfair because platforms don't really distribute value fairly to users and creators. This is very, very popular belief for the YouTube community. People who publish content, they could be getting millions and millions of views and can only be making, a few bucks or a few $100 when a lot of time to develop these videos. So there's poor discovery. Content discovery algorithms are harmed by spammers and paid bots. If you look at Steemit and other platforms, there are a lot of paid bots and there's a lot of spamming when it comes to content creation and looking to create a better infrastructure. That's where U Network comes in. And also there's a centralized governance. Users don't have a voice in the content moderation or in the platform policy decisions. So there are platforms like Steemit that are great. They're decentralized, but there's no content moderation. So U Network is looking to build a moderator platform that will help allow for good quality content to be regulated and poor quality content will actually get removed or downvoted and they won't be included in their pools. So this will allow for a much better regulated system while it's still in the user's hands. It's not like it's being regulated by a body at U Network. This is actually going to be regulated by the users themselves. So here we can actually see what U Network is and how it kind of works, just as the overall scheme of things. It is going to be providing a solution to the fairness, content discovery, and governance problems. So we have the online content platforms, then we have the rewards layer, the pricing layer, the moderation and governance layer, and then all done through the UBFT consensus protocol. So with the rewards layer, they have an on-chain protocol for managing token rewards to authors, explorers, and moderators. Also enables users to spend tokens on the network. Then there's a pricing layer, which is also on-chain prediction market protocol for pricing upvotes and downvotes. And then there's the moderation and governance layer, which allows the users to participate in content moderation governance decisions. So their first DApp that they're going to be building on top of the new network is called U Community. This is the first online content community built on top of the network. And this talks about how it's going to be broken down into 4 separate user groups: the content authors, the general users, the content moderators, and the content explorers. I'll go a little bit deeper into this in the white paper, which will break down what each of these users do and how they contribute to the network. The key functionality of U Network is getting paid. Authors and explorers get paid directly for their content creation and curation. Less spam, more quality. Voting has a cost. In this way, we eliminate spam voting and improve quality content discovery. There's a prediction and profit model, which upvoters and downvoters can profit from correctly predicting popular content, meaning if you correctly predict that it's going to be high voted quality content, you'll actually get a higher percentage, and the same thing for downvoters. So there's a good reason for downvoting poor quality content, spamming people, and having that information on the network. It will allow for a fair governance. And also the direct voice. Users can become moderators in a fair and transparent way, gaining content, decision, and budget rights. So there are different ways to look at the platform. There's the upvoting. This is helping you understand how the content explorer will actually upvote, and then those rewards, which they call sugar, will then go to the author and back to the content explorer. Then there's also for the downvoting, just to make sure that the content is quality. Then there's the content moderation. So this kind of shows you all the different aspects of how each individual will get paid. And then there's the platform growth. So over time, they want to be able to acquire more users as things go by. And that's how, if you recommend new users, you can actually earn UUU tokens as well. Now, if you look at the core team, most of these are the people who brought you SV Insight. So they have worked together for a long time, and a lot of them have the background at tech startup companies as well as other IT organizations. Looking at their advisor team, they do have a good grouping of advisors from the CEO and chairman of Poet, which is also content management. They have Yambo Lee, who is the on-chain co-founder, and then Zehong Lin, who is the founder of the Bodhi Foundation, who had also worked previously at Tencent, and years of crypto industry experience. So obviously the advisor team, I think, is A+ when it comes to the technology behind UNetwork and what they're looking to strive for. They do have a great list of partnerships, from the Draper Dragon Foundation to Qdom to Elf to Bodhi to Poet to Gennaro Network to Badwater Capital. Right now, they are not listed on many exchanges. They are listed on Haddix, Bbox, and DDEX. So most of these are very low volume exchanges right now. It is currently trading at about 0.4 of a penny. That is 0.004225 US dollars and 57 Satoshis right now, with a market cap of about $25 million. They do have a circulating supply of 5.7 billion tokens with a total supply of 10 billion tokens. So right now it is still very low when it comes to valuation of the project, and ranked 321 on CoinMarketCap. So here you can see the trading volume. Right now most of it is on Bbox. And they do have a very active social media platform on Twitter and Medium, so definitely check that out for more information. Looking at their roadmap, they do have a lot of previous experience with their existing company, which they branched off of, which was SV Insight, a Silicon Valley tech media company with over 4 million subscribers, which started in 2015. 2017, they actually developed a blockchain educational content together with Huobi, attracting over 30,000 paying users. And then in 2017, also, they had a launch of a smart contract development bootcamp, training over 300 blockchain developers. So looking at this roadmap, mind you, they do have some updates on it. They are way ahead of schedule, and I was initially very worrisome until I actually saw the Medium page. So I really do hope they can update this roadmap, since it's very outdated at this point, because they have here August 2018 UNetwork testnet release, and then they go into UNetwork mainnet release in November 2018, and then the QU Community Alpha version release in 2018 December. So they do actually have the alpha testing right now for U Community in May, so they are a few months ahead, which is very good, because this is something that they definitely need to be able to jump ahead of the game to get in line with things. So I really don't know how their roadmap is going to look, because I can't really go by much of the things that are happening. I will go over what they have on their list, but I don't know what the timeframes are anymore. The UNetwork optimized mainnet release in February 2019. The beta of the U Community in May 2019, and then the UNetwork mainnet and developer toolkits in August 2019. Build the UNetwork ecosystem, import UNetwork into existing UNetwork platforms, 2019 in December. Looking at the alpha testing of the first UNetwork online community DHAP, it is ahead of schedule, as I mentioned earlier in the roadmap. The U Community app has 3 main objectives: to encourage content generators to produce high quality content and get awarded accordingly, help content consumers find high quality blockchain content, and help crypto and asset investors to get investment insights, and promote high quality content. So they actually invited 50 Chinese users to participate in their alpha release, which they wound up being more than 50. I think it wound up being 70 plus people who actually got involved with it. Some of the people who were involved with their alpha, which kind of shocked me and made me really jump into this project, or at least understand it better. They have the VeChain founder, the Factum director, the Ontology founder, the Gennaro Network founder, They also have the on-chain co-founder, which is part of the team, and many others. So seeing people from VeChain, Factum, Ontology, Gennaro looped in on this alpha means that they have a lot of pull, or at least they are getting a lot of attention from other companies. So this definitely made my eyes, light up a little bit. So really nice to see that they have a lot of people from other products looking at their alpha system. So going to their white paper, they have a preface that I thought was really interesting. So they mention, in the age of information overload, people are overwhelmed by redundant content. It's also getting harder to judge the authenticity of content. This creates an environment where high-value information is hard to find and diluted by noise. People are no longer worried about lack of information, but rather repetitive abundance of it. This is one of the internet's core problems, determining important information with speed and efficiency. uNetwork aims to build a blockchain community driven by quality and value, ensuring that high-quality content can easily stand out and that the content creators are rewarded accordingly. And they mention here, which is a great understanding of how things have changed over the past 10 to 15 years in social media. In 2013, the founder of PayJohn basically decided to help content creators raise money directly from fans for their work. He founded the site after noticing that a YouTube video he created in 2010 had amassed around 2 million views and cost him $10,000 to make. Even with all that traffic, YouTube only paid him $963 in revenue share, cementing his belief that large platforms like YouTube weren't fairly distributing the value created by content creators. Completely agree. So understanding that we have content out there that people are spending hours and hours, sometimes thousands of dollars on, people buy equipment, they invest their own time and money into these things. Obviously, a lot of people don't do it for money, but if you're getting paid in money, either you do it for free or you get a decent amount. Because if you get shammed, or someone gives you $1 tip when you should be getting a $20 tip, I'd rather not be paid, because that's just kind of a kick in the groin. After Patreon came Steemit. So in 2016, Steemit came around and was designed to be a social media and blogging platform that rewards both creators and users in digital currency. That said, Steemit has many weaknesses. It says some, but it has many. Specifically, Steemit doesn't charge users to upvote, leading to a tragedy of the commons outcome, the emergence of paid upvote bots. So there are issues with Steemit as well, so that's what they're looking to do. Their purpose is to be able to revolutionize the online content industry by launching a solution that solves the following problems: unequal distribution of platform value, ineffective content discovery, centralized content moderation. How do they plan to do that? They basically are going to be building a prediction market and a publishing protocol that helps online content platforms better align with the interest of other users. So this is not only going to be their own platform like Steemit. This is not going to be like YouTube. They are building a community that is going to be based off their platform, but this is going to be a protocol that's allowing other platforms to utilize the same consensus model, the same reward system, to build a better community. So forums, blogs, other websites can build off the uNetwork platform. So they have a token rewards protocol, a content pricing protocol, and a governance protocol. These are all the things that are key pieces of uNetwork and what other people can actually utilize the platform for. So looking at uCommunity, this is basically what they're going to be able to do. Fair distribution of value capture. uCommunity appends the model by paying users more for quality upvotes, paying authors more for quality content, and paying moderators more for accurate judgments. And then they have what they call skin in the game content curation. So like Steemit, users and authors are rewarded, but upvoting and downvoting is free. This has led to the emergence of upvote bots. By using uNetwork's prediction market protocol, uCommunity eliminates the problem of creating a market for votes. Users pay in points or tokens to vote. Those who accurately judge the future popularity of content are rewarded for their prediction accuracy. So as I mentioned earlier, if you downvote a bad quality post and they realize it is just spam, you get a higher payout. And the same thing with upvoting. If you upvote something that looks like it has quality content, 1,000 words, well written, not plagiarized, you're going to have a better chance at getting rewarded. And then they're going to have a decentralized content moderation, which changes this, which allows a staking system where users can become moderators by staking a deposit in the platform. So their system design is interesting. So principle one for them is there ain't no such thing as a free lunch. So to incentivize users to discover good quality content, upvoters will be rewarded with sugar at the early stage. So this means when you're first starting out, you're going to be incentivized to find good quality content. If you're starting on another platform, you'll realize, and myself included, who started on Steemit, I still have no say or no voting power, even if I've made many posts with quality comments, and I'm not rewarded well, at an early stage. So they are planning on being able to incentivize good quality content for upvoters in the beginning. Therefore, each upvote would cost a given amount of sugar to prevent bot cheating or spamming. And then it is to be fair. Basically, high-quality content tends to inspire others and results in further generation of more high-quality content. Therefore, when users spend sugar to upvote, the community needs to assign a reasonable portion of sugar to content creator to reward their contributions. Similarly, content discoverer, the upvoter, should also be rewarded for accuracy in predicting the value of content. And that it should be easily accessible to every user. Would the cost of upvote discourage users without spare sugar from being part of the content discovering? The answer is no. So they're looking to incentivize people to be upvoting for quality content, whether you're brand new or you're a veteran on the platform. So there is a reward scheme. I'm not going to go into the technicals of it because it is very complicated, but basically, according to the order of upvoting, the sugar spent by all users will be reassigned to the author of the post and people who upvoted it in the earlier stage. We could adopt a basic reward schema similar with yours.org. The formula of author reward is derived from harmonic series. Then they go into a lot more technical information. But here, looking at the content reward pool, they have a 20% of the total sugar of the content, which is the UUU tokens. Their content reward could be sent out on a daily and or weekly basis. Top upvoted articles will be eligible to get additional sugar rewards. The sugar reward could be a percentage of the total number of upvotes. For example, if content gets 1,000 upvotes and it is eligible to get content reward, and the system gives out 30% reward, then the user will get 300 upvotes equivalent sugar as a bonus. New users will also be incentivized, as I mentioned, but a perfect solution would be able to enable users to exchange their time and attention for points. Signing in daily, sharing content to other social media, referring a friend, and taking part in dispute settlement would all gain user points. So there are other ways to earn sugar for new users. This is one thing I am not a big fan of: delayed settlement. All right. After each content creation, there's a period of time in which the topic is open to critique by community users. The length of waiting period is set to be 7 days, but can be changed dynamically by the community of users if needed. One of the biggest downfalls of Steemit, guys, don't do this. Steemit has a 7-day rewards period where you can upvote the content. If I write an article piece that is going to be on the platform for a year, 2 years, and it's a how-to guide, why limit it to 7 days when someone could be looking at my information a year from now and think it's good quality and might want to upvote it? I think the settlement should not be set to 7 days. I think it is a very poor idea. And please correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm not a fan of this. So the delayed settlement is definitely my biggest pet peeve with this project. So these are the different community roles, as I mentioned earlier. There's going to be the regular users who can receive points by completing a set of tasks. So these are new users who would need to work themselves up. Then there's the content creators, the people creating the content. The content explorers, which is basically a level up from regular users, where they're going to be upvoting content and reviewing it thoroughly and looking to get points for upvoting or downvoting quality content. And then the community moderators, which is the set of users who are going to be making sure that content is created fairly. One thing that I thought was nice is they are looking to do like a paid subscription, paid Q&A, paid a message. There are platforms like Quora, which is basically Q&A. There's PayJohn, which is a paid subscription service. And there are other sites where you can pay to message content creators. So they're looking to build a platform that allows for individual influencers to work a separate kind of platform and get paid individually to work with those people who are willing to pay them. So they might have a paid Patreon version of their U community on top of the platform. So like YouTube, now you can actually host people or sponsor people. The same thing goes for U Network. So this is actually looking at the actual blockchain itself. They look to be able to do 3,000 transactions per second and to be able to confirm within 6 seconds. They're trying to make it as low latency as possible and highly accessible. This is just a snapshot of their blockchain. Their consensus protocol is actually a improved practical Byzantine fault tolerance algorithm. It combines voting mechanism with the Byzantine theorem. This algorithm has a fault tolerance rate up to 1/3. Verification node is producing by voting. Only sugar stakeholders have the right to vote. Therefore, there will be no soft fork. One confirmation is enough for a transaction. No mining is needed. Energy friendly. It has an adjustable block time, which goes into the no soft forking needed because they can increase the block time as needed, and the highly concurrent in comparison to traditional blockchain. So these are the different application scenarios. As I mentioned, it is not only about the U community. It's not replicating Steemit. There's a huge market behind this, and they want to be able to get into these different areas. One is platform for paid digital literature. By introducing U Network rating and rewarding system, top-selling authors can get a long-term incentive and reasonable returns. There's the blockchain content platform. By using U Network's pricing system, quality content be discovered easily. U Network utilizes investment features pertinent to blockchain, creates a robust business model for the community. The Q&A content, as I mentioned, Quora. Authors have no direct ways to convert their knowledge into monetary profit. With U Network, they have a native rating and reward incentive mechanism will give the top writer proportional returns for their work. Blogging, forum, and other types of content platforms can then leverage the U Network rating mechanism into their already existing social media, creating profits for the users on the original platform, even revitalizing the community by publishing U Network-based tokens. Content aggregation platform, so they can actually utilize the content ranking feature to filter quality content of the same kind and provide aggregating features like Reddit. Social media platforms can actually utilize the content incentive mechanism. Platform can construct content-based social media like Steemit. Music, audio, short video, long video stream. So this is basically going into YouTube. And then anything when it comes to social media, videos, and audio, they can actually build the reward mechanism into the platform. Looking at a high level of the sugar distribution, there will be 10 billion units of it. As I mentioned, that is the total supply of the platform. 20% of the sugar will actually be awarded just to content reward pool. So that means 2 billion tokens will actually only be available for the community once the U community is available, or the other D apps are built on the platform. So what do I think about U Network? I think it is definitely something to be on the lookout for. I think it's a platform that has a lot of great technology behind it. I'm a big fan of protocols for content creation. I do believe we are getting closer to the right product to live off of. Basically, for all content creation, we are definitely in the need for something that will incentivize users, make sure we have quality content. We're not being pushed off by bots, being shortchanged by companies like YouTube. I think there are definitely needs for platforms like U Network or the U community once it is alive. People will start working from home. People will start creating content freely and understanding that there's a better way to live. If there are people who are content creators and can actually survive or make a living off their content, they should be able to. I think U Network is one of those platforms that might be able to step up and help people get out of the norm, move away from the traditional 9 to 5, and enjoy themselves and have content creation be their life. Definitely check them out. U Network on CoinMarketCap. Very low cap right now as far as market is concerned. So I definitely check them out. They're on my radar. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please like, subscribe, hit the bell notification for more videos. Please leave me a comment below what you guys think about the U Network platform. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Thanks again for watching.